Hi and hi again. The flowing waters guided you here for a reason. Welcome to Mizu. Okay, take a deep breath in, exhale. Alright, now that the water is flowing, let's see what it wants to tell us today. So take what resonates with you and let the rest drift away. So today, the water field has given us four cards: the Six of Wands, the Magician, Two of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles. The back of the deck is Six of Cups. So there's this underlying energy that encapsulates the whole session, and it is on innocence, because everyone listening might have a feeling that you know that you are born whole. You are whole without needing to do anything at all. You are born to this earth whole, not broken, not fragmented, nothing. You are just whole. And that innocence is then, as we grow up, we get smothered with a lot of expectations, of roles, of masks that we need to wear to survive in this society. So this whole session, the core feeling is the feeling of that innocence before anything covered up the innocence. It is like David. David is inside the marble, and all Michelangelo needs to do is chip the marble away, because David is already whole inside. So there's this sense of being in floating on water, and the water is enveloping us, and it's warm. Yeah, that's a really nice feeling. All right, so going into the cards that is actually pulled. So we have Six of Wands, which is saying a lot on victory and celebration. And sometimes we have in our minds the idea of victory. It needs to be external, it needs to be seen, it needs to be obvious, it needs to be acknowledged by everyone, when sometimes the victory is in us, because we already change. We already shed maybe old identities, old beliefs, old habits, and we are just in a different space than we were before. And there's this sense of joy and, dare I say, proud. The sense of like, yes, I did it. But at the same time, it can feel a bit disorienting because nothing changed on the outside. People can't really see it. And even sometimes you would pause and be like, did anything actually change? Because nothing changed, right? So this card is just saying that yes, you have changed, and we are celebrating right now. There's a lot of sense of music and dance. And if you're feeling right now, you feel like you want to stand up and dance, well, go for it. Like, you can, yeah, you're welcome to listen while dancing or humming along. I feel like there's this sense of joy. and and actually, even though people might not acknowledge it directly in front of you, right? But they already feel the change. So it is not only you that is celebrating. Some people are already celebrating the change in you, and they are proud of you that you are making the change. And it's just so really joyful. And I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. And and then we have the magician. The magician is a card of potential, right? So what I'm sensing is that you have shed like the old identities, habits, beliefs, and now there is a sense of spaciousness, emptiness. It does feel like a void. And in our society, we are so conditioned to believe that, oh no, something is empty, it's not good. We need to fill that emptiness with something, and we didn't let ourselves sit in the emptiness. And we really had it inverted all along because that emptiness is not something to be scared of. You know, that sense of like, even bored. If you feel bored, it's fine. Be bored. Be bored and don't distract yourself from being bored. Um, yeah, like we really had this idea of it's not good, it's bad, when in reality, from that emptiness is where something could emerge. So it is really exciting. And if you ever feel like a sense of, what am I doing? I'm so lost. Yes, that's normal. That's normal, and that is actually exciting because you are not lost. The sea is just too expensive. Everywhere you see is just water everywhere. You don't see land, and that makes you feel lost. But you're not lost. You're just exploring, and that is really exciting. And like, imagine from the sea, like you can go to different lands. Like, you don't know, oh, with the land you land on would be somewhat like a rainforest, or is it somewhere cold, or is it hot like a desert? Like, you don't know. It's an adventure of sorts. So, and you have the the map is actually in your hands. I feel the map is actually in your hands. So it is up to you to choose what you want. And this relates to Two of Swords. Two of Swords is saying that you are at a junction right now, and it is smart. It is smart to choose because, as beautiful and as amazing potential is, right? Potential has to collapse. Like, it couldn't exist indefinitely. It has to collapse one way or the other. So that potential will be a reality. It is like your dreams are made reality, but you have to choose. I feel like you are in a junction right now where you have to choose the new you versus the old you. So maybe your new habits versus your old habits, your new beliefs versus your old beliefs, or even your new identity versus your old identity, right? For example, if someone had the identity of um, I am in survival, I need to survive, everything is looped around survival, but you decide that no, your current identity is that you are abundant, and you are abundant, and thus you can give. So, for example, when you are creating something, you are not creating something from fear or from lack. You are creating something because you are overflowing, and you are just sharing what is overflowing from you to others. Yeah, that could be one example. And sometimes we feel really lost because to a sort you're blindfolded, you can't see, but the reality is you already have a guide in you, like your inner self. I am not talking about spirit guides or anything, because I don't know what works for people, right? But what definitely works for everyone is we all have our inner guide, our inner self, our true self, as I call it. So your true self is already guiding you, and it has the map. So it is a lot of, and I think this relates to a lot to self-trust. You have to cultivate trust in yourself, and once you do, it would be a lot more easier for you to take the sword and cut off what you don't need. I feel like it's going to be a clean cut, because your survival identity and your abundant identity couldn't exist in the same reality. Like, it could exist simultaneously, like right now, but sooner or later we have to make a choice for us to embody either one of it. So yeah, it is exciting, and this also relates to the next card, which is Eight of Pentacles, which is a lot about repetition, about discipline, of putting work and dedication into something. And that doesn't have to be something hard. That just can be something as simple as reinforcing your beliefs every day. For example, if your old belief, like law of survival, was like, hee, hello, I'm back, we are in survival mode, hoo hoo hoo, everything is hard, hoo hoo hoo. Well, it is up to you to constantly remind yourself that no, I have chosen the abundance that is everywhere around me. I choose to see abundance everywhere around me. I choose to create and share from a place of abundance. Like, yeah, it could be as simple as that. And then from there, you could embody it. It is also about embodying it. So it is something about creating with your hands. So you can create with your hands, or making that decision and embodying it. For example, if the new you decides to be fit and healthy, right? So by to embody it, you wouldn't be reaching out for the junk food right now. You wouldn't be deciding to be a couch potato right now, because you have already decided that you are fit and you are healthy. So you see the weather is nice out there, so you are going to go out for a walk or a run or whatever exercise you're doing. you know like now you just embody the decision that you have already made. So it is all about coherence, actually. Like the joy that you already feel from internally, you are expanding it outwards. Though it might look like very, very disciplined, but it's not hard. It's just easy for you because you have already decided that. So everything that comes, it just flows because you don't think about it, it just is. Yeah. And yeah, if you feel like dancing right now, feel free to dance. Don't stop yourself from dancing. I think I am going to leave us here and let the waters flow. And thank you and goodbye.